Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is all about my journey throughout CRNA school. So today's video is going to be a reflection on my New Year's resolutions from 2022, and I'm going to be setting new goals for 2023. If you guys are interested, let's get into the nitty-gritty. So I'm going to be referring back to my video that I posted in 2022 around New Year's, where I was going over the things that I wanted to accomplish for the year and just see if I hit those goals and see where I'm at. And then I feel like this gives me kind of like accountability as to sticking to my goals, you know, being able to reflect on them. So I figured this would be great, and that way if you guys like this, you can do that as well for yourself. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to switch over to the reflection video, and then I will come back and talk about my 2023 New Year's resolutions. Back to my channel. I know it's been quite some time since I've posted a video. I apologize for the hiatus, but I had a lot going on in the year 2021. So this is a recap video of that and what my goals are looking like for 2022. If you guys are interested, let's get into the nitty-gritty. 2021, I was reviewing my last post on my resolutions for the year, and I had set in mind to work on a few things, and I feel like for the most part I hit all those goals. I wanted to improve my finances, and I'll say that because the staffing crisis that we had going on in 2021, I took full advantage of the overtime that was available. That's also kind of why I wasn't able to post as many videos. Starting from about March till about October, we were in a bit of a bind when it came to staffing. So I was working a ton, and I had to cut back on things that were non-essential, like posting videos, recording, editing. You know, they take up a lot of time. So I was focused more on eating and sleeping. But I was able to work on my finances. I finished paying off my credit card, and I was hitting my next financial loan demon, which is my car. And I've reduced it, my loan, significantly, not completely, but that's where I want to get for 2022 to pay off my car. But so I was able to pay off my car this year, so I feel like that was one major milestone that I needed to accomplish as far as finances. I felt like, you know, as far as what comes and goes with every monthly bill cycle, you know, like paying for your mortgage, paying for electric, utilities, all those things, they're all constants. And I feel like because a car is something that is pretty much essential, especially since I'm traveling to Naples every week, I wanted that to not be an expense that I had every month. So I had been working in 2021 a lot in order to pay it off, and I was working hard on paying it down, and I really only had $10,000 left to pay it. So I was able to pay that this year, and I'm grateful for that because that's one monthly burden that's off of my shoulders. Since I don't have much of an income this year, it's just like I was glad that I was able to put that on, like, you know, the top priority in terms of things to pay off. So I did accomplish that this year. So we're gonna keep going. I do have some exciting things that happened. So as you know, I've been working toward CRNA. That's been kind of the journey that I started from the beginning. When I started posting my first videos, I mentioned that that was my goal and my dream. And this past year, I was working toward that as well. I was working on improving my application. I joined the PIC team on my unit, so I can do, I can insert PICs on neonates, and that was to, you know, boost my resume a little bit, and it was kind of exciting. I liked it. So I used that as a means to change, you know, like when you're applying from one year to the next, you want to look better. So that was one of my changes, was to add that to my resume. And also I wanted to improve my GRE. So my GRE score in 2020, I kind of just went in and just took it. I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really study much, maybe like a day or two beforehand, just to kind of get a gist of what the questions were like. And I was still kind of like in a daze when I took the test. So once I took it, I had like a reasonable idea of what the test was going to be like. So I prepared for it better for this year. I took it again, and I got a score that was what the school that I was applying to, or the schools that I was applying to, what they required. I kind of hit the minimum, but Hey, that test was a dog. Like I mentioned before, it was like the SAT on steroids, but way, way worse. It was like I was fighting the clock and I was out of time for like 6 hours. It really sucked. So I worked on that, and obviously the whole goal of it was to get into school, and I'm happy to announce that I received an acceptance this past year, and I will be starting in a few days actually. So I'm excited to gear this channel now toward the SRNA journey, which is student registered nurse anesthetist, you know, study habits, clinical experience, things like that. I kind of want to gear this channel toward that. That was kind of the whole goal that I had in mind. I did initially start with just a nursing background, but I always had the goal in mind to gear it toward anesthesia and like the process, you know, while I'm in school. I know that it's kind of hard for some people, so I figured it would help maybe a little bit for people that are going through the journey or in the process of applying. So I'm going to be posting a lot more videos like on my journey, my stats, clinical experience, like day in the life, vlogs, you know, a week in the life, that kind of thing. So that's what you'll be expecting from me. I'm hoping to be a little bit more consistent with my posts. I tried many times. If you notice, I go into like little chunks, like I'm back, and then I post every week for a couple of weeks, and then I'm gone again for like a year. So it just depends on what's going on in my life, and I usually tend to prioritize on what's important. So obviously, like I've mentioned before, posting videos isn't my top priority. So if at the time, if I have time, I'll post, but if I don't, I won't. So don't expect much from me, but I will do my best. So I'm happy to say that ever since I started posting videos, this was my first post of 2022, I have been consistent posting my videos every Sunday. And I mean, I've really learned a lot from this channel. I've learned, you know, that there are people that are rooting for me that don't even know me. And it's just, to be honest with you, it's been such a fun process. I didn't really think it would be this rewarding, I guess, to say the least. I just wanted to document my journey, kind of like a video diary of, you know, every week of CRNA school until I graduated, so that at least somebody, you know, who has doubts or who has, you know, obstacles in their path, you know, that it could be done. I hated when I used to watch videos of people that were in CRNA school, you know, talking about how they have no life, how they can't enjoy themselves, you know, they're just school and that's it, you know. Granted, there are things that I've had to sacrifice on, but I feel like I've actually learned a lot more about myself this year. I've had a lot more time for myself this year because I came from working 6 nights a week for the majority of 2021 to working only once every pay period. So it was actually a relief for me to be in school because I was literally consumed by work. So I've had this time to self-reflect and just like, you know, come around to realizing how important it is to document this journey for others. And you know, I've seen the channel grow over the last year. I mean, it's not like I'm a huge channel or anything, but I've noticed, you know, consistency as far as views, a consistency as far as the people that comment, you know, like the same people commenting, rooting for me. And it's just really, really nice, really rewarding. Grateful for it, and I'm just glad that I was able to stick with it. I had set that goal to be more consistent, and I did. I made sure of it. You know, if I knew things were going to be coming up, I pre-recorded ahead of time. You know, I really, really, really tried to make this not a priority because, again, it wasn't a top priority, but I just wanted to hold myself accountable to something that I said and just stick with it. And yeah, I'm really happy about this journey. I wish, you know, that if I don't know, if I could show you the stats, you could see the difference, but it's just, my channel is so small, it's almost embarrassing. But you know, it's just something that I've noticed over the last year in terms of like viewership and camaraderie and things like that. So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to do that and document my entire year of CRNA school. So anyway, we'll keep going. So that's my goal for 2022, is to post more. And I'm also setting the goal of getting a 4.0 in CRNA School. I know that's quite a stretch, but if I make it a goal, I'll try to make it happen and hold myself more accountable. I haven't been the best student, and I'm hoping to change that. So that's it. So I have said this many times in my channel about the goal of setting a 4.0 for the year, or for the entirety of CRNA School, and I really did try. I documented my grades in the last video if you want to check that out. I still do have an A average, and I'm happy for that. I'm just grateful that I'm surviving. But I will say that setting the 4.0 goal put me on a path that I've never been on before. I feel like when I was an undergrad, I was just getting by. I could care less, because like I had done so well, excuse me, sir. I had done so well in high school, barely trying. So then I kind of used that same mentality when I got to college, and it was quite a wake-up call. And I feel like I didn't actually listen to the call until it was too late. I didn't know how to make a change. I didn't know how to do better. I knew that I had stuff going on in here. Like I could do it, but it was just too much, you know, like I was working a lot, and I don't want to make excuses, but like I didn't do well because I think mainly I didn't care. I didn't think the material was worth learning. I didn't think that it was going to help me in practice. You know, I wanted to be I wanted to go to dental school, and like learning about biology and chemistry, I just didn't see the purpose of it. And like I don't know, like botany, why do I need to know about botany so I could study teeth, you know? It just kind of, I just wish there was a different way, a different path that we could go in order to do like a pre-med or pre-dent or pre-vet track, you know, something that's more streamlined to what we're learning. Because I feel like, yeah, it weeds you guys out, but it's just setting you up for like failure. It's a waste of time. I just don't think that it's beneficial to your practice. So I don't know. I do feel like I'm just making excuses. But then when I got to nursing school, it was like, I guess because I had just come from having a terrible GPA, I had this stigma about myself that I was a bad student and that I couldn't do well. And you know, like when my grades would reflect that, I would, you know, just, confirming that I'm a piece of crap and things like that, just talking so negatively about myself in my head. And I got by, but I didn't think that I was worthy of any program above a bachelor's level. So this was like a really huge goal for me, you know, to go forward, setting this high expectation for myself, because I feel like I can achieve it. I was very close to getting all A's, well, except for maybe one class, but I was very close to getting all A's, and that's a relief in and of itself for me, you know, knowing that I could do something like this. So yeah, I'm glad I set that goal for myself, even though it was high, and I do want to continue to keep that expectation. But I'll, you know, mention that in the 2023 goals. But yeah, I'm glad that I set that goal. I do have a 3.7 GPA at this current moment in time, so that's not too far off the path, but it's still an A average, right? Anyways, so let me just finish up. So I really enjoyed looking back at that video to see where I was in that headspace and the goals that I had set for myself. And, you know, looking back now, I can see that I've achieved them. I had set that goal of paying off my car, which I did. I set the goal of posting more consistently on my YouTube channel, which I did. And then I set the goal for a 4.0 for CRNA School, which was really just an umbrella just to make sure I didn't fail out. So I'm happy that I have a 3.7 GPA at this current moment in time. So as a whole, I feel like I did hit those milestones in that 2022 resolution goals. So now let's set those 2023 ones and see, you know, the progress we can make over the year and whatnot. So I do want to continue to set that 4.0 goal for this year. I have only one more semester left of pure didactic, and then I have clinicals, which I'll have like, I want to say it's about 40 hours a week of clinicals with one class online. So I don't think it will be as hard to maintain that A average this coming year, but I still want to set that goal. Semester 4 is going to be a quite a heavy course load. It has 5 classes. We're going to be studying for the board exam, and I think I'll be able to maintain an A average, but again, that's what I want to set for myself, the expectation that, you know, I can't get anything less. That way I just continue to stay in the program. And yeah, so as far as school, I want to set the goal of an A average again. I will be working more hours, so I want to be better, more hours in the clinical setting. Sorry, I kind of cut that out. And I want to be more, I guess I want to be less scared, because, you know, it's something that I'm not really familiar with, going from being in a NICU ICU setting, being a top dog there, to going to like bottom of the barrel. I have no idea where anything is, and I just want to be more like I used to be. I guess when I first started in NICU, I wanted to be the best that I could possibly be, because I was prepping to go to CRNA school, so I wanted to absorb everything I possibly could. So I learned the unit, learned the policies, learned everything as best I could, so that I could be my best self right from the gate. So I think what I want to do is to just try to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and like put myself in situations where I can learn and grow, and just be less scared. I guess that's what I want to be, like be less fearful of what's to come, and just go with the flow, I guess. So that's my goal for school. Finance wise, I want to actually be a little more strict on my budget. I do feel like with the hobbies and things that I got a little carried away this past year, so I want to be a little more strict with that, and try my best to stick to that budget. I do have, you know, expenses that come and go, like the animals and you know, just unexpected things. So it's better to prepare myself for things like that, and not just spend money on things that aren't important. So I want to work on that, work on staying stricter with a budget. What else can I say? Oh, I definitely want to work on my fitness this year. I feel like I've let myself go for the last 2 years. Yeah, since 2021 in March is when I stopped working out, and I want to actually like get really back, like serious into it, because I feel like a lot of my mental health spans on my appearance and how I feel about myself in general. So I want to take the time to really give myself time to work out and exercise. I feel like that would be a nice outlet for me, especially with all the stress and everything like that. So I did work out a little bit in 2022, but not consistent enough. I couldn't even get past that sore phase, like where I'm so sore I can't even move. I feel like I would get there and just give up. So I want to just try my best to be more consistent with my fitness and see the progress that I can make. I do want to lose some weight. I don't want to give a number, because I feel like muscle mass and fat mass and everything weighs a lot less. I don't know. It's just like, it's better for me just to say that I'll be consistent in the gym, because if I don't hit a number, I'll be discouraged. And the last thing that I want to mention as far as goals for 2023 is I want to start, I don't know if this is too much of a stretch. I want to start, hey, you're biting me pretty hard, bud. I want to start a channel for my hobbies and things like that, so that I don't warp this channel, I guess, with things that I find are important to me. I feel like it's best to just keep this channel as strict to the journey of CRNA, very niched. So if you guys are interested in hearing more about my hobbies, especially my plants, I've made a separate YouTube channel called Anyone.can.plant. I will I will link that in the description if you guys want to subscribe to that channel. I will be starting to post updates on my plants and my plant journey. I feel like I have like a lot of plants, and I don't know, I just want to show everyone the changes that my plants have made, and I just feel like I haven't really quite made a connection with my family and friends as far as my plants. I feel like they think that I'm crazy, so if I can find other crazies that are into plants that will be happy to follow along in my plant journey, that would be better for me and my mental health. So yeah, if you guys want to follow that, I will be linking the channel in the description so that you can subscribe to that channel. There are no posts yet, but I will start posting about my plants, why I got into plants and things like that, how much I've spent, things like that. Yeah, so anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys had a happy new year. I hope you set goals for yourself and you accomplish them. I look forward to updating you guys along the way as far as year 2 of CRNA school, so look out for my videos and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!